Hey everyone, Gary of the Elysiums back again with another new CD purchases video. Now as always, if you did not hit that subscribe button, please go ahead and do so. Greatly appreciate it. It helps support my channel and gives me motivation to make more videos such as this one. Now for most of my regular watchers and followers, you've seen that recently, probably the past month or so, I have posted a video of me searching through the Goodwill stores, the thrift stores, just looking for CDs and what we have in my area. And I still go to them stores to try to find the newest CD giveaways and all that I could purchase for a decent price. You have to be on top of these stores because they're constantly putting stuff out. Usually on the weekends, they're a little more dead because they don't stock as much and they're a little more crowded because a lot of people are off from work. But you have to be on top of these stores. You have to go there frequently. Luckily, I have one very close to me, and you're always got to check to see what they put out. And that's how I get lucky finding some stuff. A lot of times it's misses, but you do get some hits. But for this particular video, I decided to go to a CD store where they had the back section of their shop all $1 used CDs. And I did find some good CDs in there, but I took a video to just show you what we have. I mean, there's really good stuff in there. There's the, you get Stones, you get the Beatles. There's some of the greatest albums of all time are back there, and they're literally $1 each. So here is a sneak peek for the next couple minutes of what this store has, and not necessarily what I picked up, but just an overview of what you could have gotten for $1.
Got all this stuff just came in.
Oh, okay.
On top.
Cool.
Wow, some great choices there. So much stuff that I just want to pick up, but I haven't because I already own them. So I'm hoping someone else will come in, a CD collector, and grab the really good stuff. Like you saw, the Beatles Revolver was in there, Sergeant Pepper's. It's great albums. Sometimes I want to just purchase them again because they're only $1 and they're so cheap, and they're some of the greatest albums of all time. Hopefully we don't get any resellers going in there and grabbing the stuff. But besides that store, I did check out a couple thrift stores and Goodwill stores this week, and just have a small stack, nothing crazy, some used stuff, something new. So basically, I'm just going to get into it right now and show you what I purchased. First up is Midnight Oil with Red Sails in the Sunset. Midnight Oil had a pretty big following in the 80s with the release of their hit single Beds Are Burning, which is actually still played on the radio today. Such a great song, such an epic song. This CD here was released in 1985. I don't really know much about it. I think the album cover is pretty cool. Midnight Oil is an Australian band, so you see the Sydney Opera House there. Looks like it's either two like craters hit Australia, or it's, a different planet with Australia on it. I don't know. It's really cool artwork, I thought, and looking forward to checking this CD out because I don't really know much about Midnight Oil, besides like Blue Sky Mining and, the Beds Are Burning and stuff like that. So when I saw this, I said, I definitely got to pick it up and check it out. Next, I only own a greatest hits, I believe, by this guy, Adam Ant. This is the 1982 release, Friend or Foe. Features his hit single, Goody Two Shoes, which was it was a pretty big song in the early 80s. There's also a cover of The Doors' Hello, I Love You on this CD. So looking forward to checking this out. Like I said, this is going to be my first studio album from Adam Ant. I have a greatest hits or some kind of compilation by him. I can't remember what it is exactly, but I know I own it. Next, we have Project 86. I did find this at the store that was shown. Project 86 is sort of a nu metal band, but basically just an American hard rock band. This is a 2002 release, so they obviously took influence from the nu metal movement, to get something out there. I do remember this band being advertised in the early 2000s, but never actually really listened to them. So for $1, I'd be glad to pick it up. And this is you can see there the gold stamp foil. It's a promo CD, probably from a radio station or something like that. Next, we have the Gaslight Anthem with American Slang. When this band came out, I know I grabbed the 59 Sessions, which was really good. And when this CD came out, it had great reviews in Rolling Stone at the time. A lot of music magazines are really talking about it. 2010 release. It is a great album. I purchased it then. I unfortunately, ended up selling it because I didn't listen to it as much, and I'm glad to have it back in my collection, especially for the cheap price of $1. So I always thought of this band as the best way to describe their music is a combination of heavily inspired Bruce Springsteen, lyrics and vocals, but it also touches, to me, an influence of Social Distortion. I don't know why. I can hear definitely a mixture of Mike Ness's vocals and Bruce Springsteen's vocals as the influence behind this band. If you're not a fan of Springsteen, don't let this hold you back from checking this album out. Great album. Gravity Kills, 1996 release. This was I don't want to call it nu metal, but it was like an industrial rock album. Really cool album. Glad to finally own this. Definitely for fans of like Stabbing Westward and 9 Inch Nails, even Rammstein, but they are an American band. Well, I don't want to. I'm almost positive an American band. I don't want to say so for sure, but they're American lyrics, English lyrics, I should say. This band was in the very beginning of that new metal movement. Not quite new metal, in my opinion, more industrial metal, in my opinion. Hard rock, industrial hard rock, I should say. But like I said, closer for fans of Stabbing Westford, and I guess I would say downward spiral, almost into the fragile era 9-inch nails. And then this I had to grab, Death Live in LA, Death and Raw. I do have Vivus, which features this live album remastered along with the second disc of a live album. This is recorded on the Sound of Perseverance tour. Death, one of my favorite death metal bands of all time. Chuck Schuldiner, gone way too soon. The godfather of death metal. Such a great CD here. 13 tracks. Cool stuff. And speaking of death metal, for my new release, I got this new remastered 2 CD set of Gorguts Consider Dead and The Erosion of Sanity. So, the original version of Consider Dead from Gorguts is super rare and super hard to find. And if you want to grab it off the internet, like eBay or something, it's going to cost you a good amount of money. I got tired of holding out, and when I could get this for like $20 for 2 great albums, I just decided to, just to grab it. Consider Dead, considered one of the greatest death metal albums of all time, no pun intended. The Erosion of Sanity. I mean, I think this might even be harder to find than Consider Dead. So to have 2 of these and a 2-disc set, I will say, for this, I don't care about the Digipack that much because it is a 2-disc set. It's a little sturdier. However, I would like to see the, I wish the album covers were a little more prominent. The booklet features like small photos of the album covers. There's a cool centerfold of the band. But the only real picture you get is in the on the disc itself and the inlay of the album covers. So that is my only grief with it. It would have been cool if they remastered and released them separately. But overall, decent sounding. This is from Dissonance Productions. And from the UK, but you can find this, I looked on you can find this on Amazon and even eBay for around like 18 to $23. It's super cheap. And, like I said, you're getting 2 awesome death metal albums, definitely one of the greatest death metal albums of all time, plus 4 demo tracks, 2 from each album. So this has been my newest new CD purchases video. I want to thank everybody for watching, and hopefully you've hit that subscribe button, you've liked this video and all that good stuff. I think the next video is going to be something cool. I purchased a magazine, and I have some disagreements with it. It's going to be a little more exciting than that, but there's a little detail to my next video, which is coming up soon. And if you hit subscribe, you'll be able to see when that video drops. All right, everyone, take care. I will see you next time. Bye.